With your kind permission, I'm gonna deviate from tonight's theme a little bit. Um, I had a story that I wrote for the theme of superstition, and I never got to tell it. They drew 10 names out of the hat, and I was the 11th. So sometimes you're lucky, and sometimes you're not. So there you go. Uh, Lucky, I said it. Um, let's move on. I work in the film and video business, and I have done it for over 30 years. And I do a lot of documentary and training videos, that sort of thing. And what I love about the job is that we get to go places most people don't get to go, and do things a lot of people don't get to do, and meet, really interesting people. Um, and I still love doing that as a producer and director now. Um, but back when I was working as a sound man in the 90s, I got called to work on a documentary that included a day in the life of someone with OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. And for those of you who aren't familiar, obsessive compulsive disorder is a condition that causes unwanted thoughts or compulsions. People with OCD find themselves compelled to do certain routine tasks over and over and over. So it's kind of like, that nagging thought you have that you left the iron on, or you didn't lock the door. People with OCD have that about everything all day, every day. So I show up with the video crew at a young woman's apartment, and the director tells her to just go about your day, and we'll follow you with the camera. So she starts having breakfast, and she puts 3 half spoons of sugar in her coffee, because 3 is a good number. She stirs the coffee 7 times, because 7 is a good number. So she buttered her toast in 7s. She washed each dish 3 times. She checked to make sure the toaster was unplugged and the water was off 3 times. She brushed each tooth 3 times with 7 strokes. She brushed her hair in 7s, and she washed her hands in 7s. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She checked the 3 locks on her front door 7 times, and we followed her to work. And she would have to cross streets in sets of 7 steps. And if she got across the street on a multiple of 6, she would have to go back across the street and recross it again. And this went on all day. At the end of the day, we did an interview with her, and the director said, do you ever think things you do are like superstitions, like walking under a ladder or not opening an umbrella inside the house? And she explained that it wasn't a superstition. She said numerology is an ancient science. There's power in numbers, and it's just not obvious to everyone. It's even common sense. You don't walk under a ladder because something might fall on you, and you don't open an umbrella in the house because you could put out somebody's eye. She said that what you might think of as obsessive, she thinks of as common sense, and actually it's pretty scientific. Now, I hope you don't think I'm making fun of anybody with OCD. I mean, it seems to be an awful way to go through life, and I hope they develop some treatments for it. But what must have been the greatest coincidence in history, the very next day I was on a different documentary at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital. They had done a lot of research into finding out how to stop the spread of infection in surgery. And they had researched everything. They knew procedures, new equipment, new disinfectants, but they discovered that the single most important thing you can do to reduce the amount and severity of infections was complete and thorough hand washing. They discovered that it wasn't any better to use better antibacterial soap or sterilize things more frequently or anything like that. The time spent washing your hands is what actually made a difference in infections and surgery. So we were there to make a video to train doctors and nurses to wash their hands for a full 5 minutes. And we had one doctor who was helping us out, who was part of the project, and he explained that you have to wash all 4 sides of each finger, as well as between them and the palms and the fronts and backs, to make sure that you get to the full 5 minutes. So one trick to get to the full 5 minutes was to count. So we were going to shoot the procedure in real time, so the editor could put a clock up on the screen, and the viewer would get a sense of what to do and how long it all takes. So we shot the doctor, and he washed his hands in the proper manner and counted along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he did it. And he actually came up short of the full 5 minutes. So we had to do it again. And in fact, we had to do it 3 times. And each time he was short of the 5 minutes. He said, yeah, when in testing the procedure, that happened a lot. So I asked him, why do you stop at 12? If you keep coming up short, why not use 13? And he said, I guess I'm just superstitious.